Okay. So guys, let's we're going to add to the list of colors that we did last week. We're going to add some more stuff to that. So if you guys can find the notes where we wrote that list down, either on a Google Doc or if you did it on your notebook paper, whatever you need to do, if you'll find that. I'm going to pull mine up. I'm going to screen share and then just pull mine up here. Share that. So we're going to add quite a bit. Our list is going to go, how many colors did we do? I think it was 11. Is that correct? Yeah, it was. There were 11. It should have been 11 colors. Move this out of the way. I don't need that. Let's go to our list here. Oh, we did. Oh, we did 11, but we had also, we added like Violeta for a second purple, and we did 2 browns with Marron and Cafe. So it's really just 11, but we're dealing with kind of 13 of them there. So guys, we're going to add today quite a bit. Don't be intimidated, but we're going to add, we're going to be at about 40 words by the time we're done with our list. Okay. We're not going to, it's not going to be a list that we're just going to memorize all at once and worry about that. But we are going to finish this off with other adjectives, just words that describe. Right now we have colors describing a person or a thing or something that's either blue or green or whatever it might be. But we're going to add the rest of this list so that we can complete our list of vocabulary. Okay, so let's do. I'm just going to continue right off the off of where we left off last time with Cafe. So I'm just going to continue this list. The first one on the list is we're going to do these in alphabetical order and then rearrange them later. Let's start my numbered list here. Continue numbering, sorry. So the first one on the list is going to be aburrido, which is boring. And you guys tell me if I'm going too quickly. I'm just going to write these out as we go and try to do this quickly so that we can focus on what they mean. We're going to do alto for tall. I am going to put a little space in there just so we can continue. Antipático. Or mean. Bajo for short. We will do bonito, pretty. Can I make a castaño? Is going to be brunette. Brunette means brown-headed, brown-haired. Let's do cómico, which is funny. Débil, which is weak. Delgado, which is thin. We will do divertido, which is fun. This is different from cómico, funny. So fun means like they're a fun person, like they like to have fun. Or this game is fun. Extraño, which is strange. Feo is ugly. Fuerte, strong. We will do gordo, which is fat. We're going to do grande for big. We will do guapo, which is handsome. Sorry. Inteligente. Smart. Watch your spelling there. English, we spell it with 2 L's. Spanish, we just have 1. Inteligente. We also have interesante, which is interesting. Joven, which is young. We will do normal, which is obviously normal. That's one of our cognates. Pelirrojo, which is red-headed. Pequeño, which is small. Rubio, which is blonde. Not blind. Blonde. Serio, for serious. Simpático, which is nice. Trabajador. And we're going to put in parentheses the A next to that because it might also be trabajadora. That's hard working. Trabajador or trabajadora. We will do bueno for good. Corto for short. I put in parentheses length there because we also have the word bajo, which is also short, but that's when we talk about height. This is for length. we need to add largo, which is long. What do I have? 3 more. Malo, which is bad. Nuevo, for new. And then the last one, viejo, for old. Okay, so unmute yourselves. Let me know if everybody's good.
Scroll down a little bit.
Yeah, tell me where I need to scroll back up to here.
No, just all the way down.
All the way down.
To the end.
There you go. I could probably do that in 2 columns. There we go. Anybody still going? Everybody good with your list there? So we're going to add at the end of the list, we're going to add what we talked about last time, just kind of put that into writing so that we can deal with the agreement, how these things agree. So guys, how do I want to do this? Move this out of the way. Must agree in number and gender with the noun. It modifies. We're going to explain this. Must agree in number and gender with the noun that it modifies. So you don't need to write this, but let me show you guys what we're talking about here. So just like we said, we kind of talked about this a little bit last time, but not in great detail. So the noun, the noun is either the person, the place, or the thing, or the idea that the word is describing. If it's colors, for example, it's a pink blanket, or it's a red ball, or whatever. The noun is the thing that's being described, okay? So first of all, in Spanish, we say, for example, the tall boy. In Spanish, we do that backwards. We would do it as el chico alto. Here, we're going to have the adjective in front of the noun. Adjective, noun, adjective, noun. In Spanish, it comes afterwards instead of in front. So instead of the tall boy, this is essentially the boy tall. Okay. The other thing that we have to remember is the agreement. Because this is describing a boy, something that's masculine, in this case, a person, we're going to have a masculine ending on the word alto. But like we said last time, if it's a girl, the tall girl, we would do it as la chica alta. alta. Essentially, because the noun changes gender. Cooler? No. Go lay down. Sorry. I apologize, guys. There's nothing else I can do. He's trying to get in here, and he's probably going to be coughing and hacking at me. The tall girl, because the noun changes to a feminine item, the adjective itself has to also become feminine. And then if we deal with switching it from singular to plural, from one item to multiple items, in this case, people, the tall boys becomes los chicos altos. The tall girls becomes las chicas altas. All four of those, alto, alta, altos, and altas. I'm going to take a time out here and take him back to the bedroom. Guys, talk amongst yourself for about 30 seconds. Cooler, come here. Come on. Let's go.
First world problems. I can't do my video chat because my dog is barking.
Once again, thank you for being patient with me. All right. So tall boy, tall girl, tall boys, tall girls. That's going to affect what the adjective's ending is. Okay. Now let's go back to what we do need to write. Like I said, you don't need to write that, but let's talk about this. So the way that we change the adjective, the way that we modify the adjective to agree in number, singular or plural, or gender, masculine or feminine, is going to change depending on what the adjective ends with. You guys notice from our list, we have a couple of different options. Most of the time, things are going to end with an O, but not always. If they end with an O, it's going to be easy. But they can also end with an E, like fuerte, or grande, or inteligente. That's going to be different. If it ends with a consonant, like joven or normal, that's also going to be a little bit different. This is what we need to do for our rules here, for our notes. That's dog number 3. That's Winston. Just one of those days. Okay, so ends in an O. If the word ends with an O, we are going to add, change to an A, or we are going to add S for plural. I should put change to an A for femme. If I say femme, you guys understand that means feminine. Okay, we would add an S if it's plural. That's the number. Let's do the same thing. If the word ends with an E, So if the word ends with an E, we're not going to have to change it for feminine. No change for feminine. The same thing will apply for making it plural. We're just going to add an S. And then the third option is going to be if it ends with a consonant. Ends in consonant. So here, if we're changing it to feminine, no change for feminine. Add ES for plural. Okay, so let's talk about this last one. If the word ends with an O, like let's use the word blanco, for example. If the word ends with an O, it's describing something masculine, paper, for example, el papel. It stays the same. If it's going to describe something that's feminine, we would change the O to an A. Oops, sorry, we would change the O to an A. If there are two feminine things, we have to change it to an A, then we would also add S to it. So las flores would become blancas. Okay. If the word ends with an E, like verde, green, we can say for if it becomes feminine, we don't have to change it. It's la flor verde, no change. And again, if there's two of them, it's two flowers, las flores, we just add the S verde plus the S verdes. If the word ends with a consonant, like marrón, for example, brown. Again, if it becomes la something, la flor, marrón, no change. But we're going to have to add ES if we make it plural. So las flores would become marrones. All we have to deal with is changing an O to an A for feminine, or adding S and ES if it's plural. Okay. So let's do a little practice with this. You don't need to write this, but if we have, for example, mi amigo es. Let's use the word alto, tall. Mi amigo es alto, tall. Why do we say alto here? Because the word that it's describing, in this case, the noun is mi amigo, that's my friend. We know that the word amigo is masculine because it ends with an O. So this word has to also become masculine. If we change this to mi, let's say mis amigos son, what's going to happen to the word altos or alto? It's going to become altos. Now, this word is both masculine and plural because the word that it's describing or modifying is both masculine and plural. When that becomes mi amiga, my female friend, now it becomes es alta. If I have two of them, mis amigas son altas. Okay? Because this word, the noun that it's describing is feminine and plural. The adjective is also going to be feminine and plural. Okay? Preguntas, questions. Speak up. Anybody? I'm throwing a lot at it. Okay, let's do the same thing with a different kind of an adjective. So this is when it's easy, when the adjective ends with an O. But what if it's not so easy? Let's change the word alto to inteligente. Mi amigo es inteligente. Now the word ends with an E. So according to our rules, if it ends with an E, there's no change for feminine. So this one, mi amiga es, the word here would stay as inteligente. It's not going to become inteligenta. We only have to change the O to an A if it ends, if the original word starts or ends with an O. So it's just inteligente. And now when we deal with plurals, when there's more than one of them, so like mis amigos son instead of inteligente, now it becomes, stays as inteligente, but we have to use the S to make it plural, inteligentes. Same thing for this one. Inteligentes. Again, there's no reason to change the E to an A because the original word, inteligente, doesn't end with an O. We just have to deal with making plurals, singulars and plurals. Okay? Let's look at a third example, which is when the word ends with a consonant. So when the word ends with a consonant, like, let's do week, débil. So if the word is mi amigo es débil. Somebody unmute yourself. What's going to happen to the word débil for mis amigos? Anybody know?
Is the BLS gonna
Yeah.
add the S?
We're going to add not just the S, we're going to have to add ES. So débil, instead of just doing it like débils like that, we have to make it débiles. We have to add the extra E there. So mi amiga for a feminine singular, again, it's just going to go débil. We don't add the A to it. It didn't already end with an O, so we don't have to change it to A. It just stays débil. And then again, for feminine and plural, débil, and it's still going to be, we're just making it plural, so we're adding the ES to it. Okay? All right. So let's go to, let's do a little bit of practice with this. Will you guys open a new tab for me? And I want you to go to Socrative. So let's go back to my thing here. This is the web address that I want you to go to, socrative.com. And let's do a little practice with this. Once you get to socrative.com, click on the little button to sign in as a student, and it's going to ask you for a room number. Again, looking at my screen, this is the room number right here. It's 663250. If you'll put that in, I'm going to throw a question at you here. Where is my, I'm going to do. We'll shuffle up our answers here. Okay. All right. So once you go to socrative.com, you click on that launch, or you click on the login. Is everybody there? 663250 was the number. I'm going to pull this question up, and I'm just going to let you guys see my screen as well. So we're going to give you a question. Let's talk about this before you guys type your answer in. Okay. So the question is right here. It says Diego y Jaime son, and then it gave us the word tall. So we have to think about what this means. Diego and Jaime, this is two boys. So masculine and plural. We're going to use the word for tall. If we go back to our list, the word for tall is alto, but then we have to make it agree with masculine and plural. There we go. There's the answer. Altos. Excelente. Okay, so you guys see how that works? We're just going to think about, we have to start with the word in parentheses, whatever the base word is that we're dealing with, and then we have to think about how it agrees. Okay? All right, let's move this. So let's do the same thing here for the next question. I'm going to hide my answers. So here we go. Susana es lazy. Okay? Did we put lazy on our list? We did not put lazy on our list. So guys, this is the base word for lazy, perezoso. Okay, now let's go back to our question and look at who we're dealing with. Susana, that's one singular, girl, feminine. So if we take the word perezoso, how do we make it feminine and singular to match up with Susana? Let's take a look here. Excelente, perezosa. It's not a very nice thing to say about someone. I feel like we should add that. I feel like we should add that to our list. If you guys go back over to your little list, I feel like we should add that because we do have hardworking, trabajador or trabajadora. Let's add that to the end of your list. Perezoso, lazy. Perezoso. Ojalá que no aplica a nadie en esta clase. I hope that doesn't apply to anybody in this class. Everybody good with it? Perezoso? Okay, let's go back to this. Let's try this again. So let's throw another question here. Hide my answers. So this one says, mi maestro es nice. Maestro, that's a teacher. And because it ends with an O, we know we're talking about a masculine teacher, a guy. So we're going to use the word nice. Go back on our list and find the word nice, and then make it agree with a singular masculine. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. Got 5 of them. Let's take a look. We're at 5. Simpático, simpático. Very good, very good. Bonito, not quite. Let's get that one off. So we just selected the ooh. Very good. So simpático. All of those. So because the person, in this case a masculine teacher, ends with an O, that's our base form. Same thing's going to happen with the adjective. Okay? Okay, bueno, next one. Las chicas. So, oh, here we go. This is a hard one. Las chicas. This means the girls. So it's feminine and plural. We need to find the word for hardworking and make it plural and feminine. Ooh, hide it. Okay, throw me your answer in there. Feminine and plural. Okay, we're at about half of us. Let's see what we're looking at here. We have a few variations here. Okay, so let's go back and see. Let's go back and look at, let me pull my list up here. I didn't tell you guys about this, but when we wrote it on the list, here's the word, trabajador. We also put the A in parentheses. So just as a reminder, the base word is trabajador to describe singular masculine, a boy. The A is in parentheses because it's optional. This one breaks the rule. This is the one that breaks the rule. We said when the word ends with a consonant, there's no change for feminine. We don't add like trabajadora. This is the one word where we do. We have to just add an A when it's feminine. So our word should be the base word of trabajadora for a feminine, but then because it's plural, we have to also add the S. So trabajadoras, there's our answer, trabajadoras. I think whoever this one was maybe just had a little typo who said trabajadas. Trabajadoras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 syllables there. Trabajadoras. That's the one word that we have on our list. There's more than that, but not many more. But from our list of vocabulary, that's the one that does break the rule. Trabajador for a boy, trabajadora for a girl. And then if it's plural, trabajadores, trabajadoras. Okay, let's do this. Here we go. La chica tiene los ojos blue. So this is the girl, essentially the sentence is the girl has blue eyes. Now, let's ask ourselves this, hide my answers. The word blue, what is the word that it's modifying? Is it modifying the girl? Or what, is it telling me about the girl or is it telling me about the girl's eyes? It's talking about the girl's eyes. So it's not going to be feminine, la chica. It's going to be masculine and plural for los ojos. So we have to take the word blue and we have to make it masculine and plural. All right, we're about halfway through. Let's take a look. So the word for blue is azul. Very good. Everybody's got azules. So the base word is azul. And then to make it plural, because it ends with a consonant, L, we can't just add the S, we have to make it ES, azules. So, la chica tiene los ojos azules. She has blue eyes. Muy bien. Rock and roll. That's question 5. I don't think we're going to get, we have 15 of these. I don't want to do them all. I just want to, so let's do the same thing here. Carmen tiene el pelo. So Carmen has long hair is what this is going to be. And again, this is going to describe el pelo, which is masculine. Yeah, there you go. Largo, because the word long is describing the hair, which is masculine, el pelo, not the girl. The girl's not long, the hair is long, so it's el pelo largo. And guys, this is something that we don't have to deal with in English. We don't have this. We just use the word red or long or whatever. We don't have to say redo or reda or longo or longa. We just, so this is something that's new to Spanish that we don't do in English. Okay, let's try a couple more of these. Let's try this word. So, las mujeres son, the word is thin. Las mujeres means the women. So let's use the word for thin and let's make it describe las mujeres. So feminine and plural for thin. Ya tenemos 5 contestas. Bueno, let's look. So there we go. So the base word is delgado, but we have to make it delgada because it's a woman, and we have to make it delgadas because it's plural, feminines. So las mujeres son delgadas. And guys, remember, even if you don't know what the word is, remember, there are ways to figure things out and trust your educated guess as to what you think a word means. In this case, all we're dealing with is we know that the word is delgado. We also, if you don't know what mujeres is, whether it's masculine or feminine, how do we know? We look at the word the in front of it, which is the indicator. If that was los somethings, that's masculine. If it's las something, that's feminine. So we know that that's feminine. The word las is feminine and plural. So the word thin that goes with it has to be feminine and plural. Las mujeres son delgadas. All right, that's question 7. Let's go to 10. Here we go. Nosotros somos red-haired. Okay, so here we go. Guys, the word nosotros means we. Now, when we talk about the group of people that we refer to as we, is the group of we masculine or is it feminine? Because that's going to affect how we use the word pelirrojo, redheaded. Again, nosotros means we. But because nosotros ends with os, that's masculine and plural. So we need to make our red-haired word masculine and plural. So it would be like, let's see, I got 4 of them there. Let's see what we got. Nosotros somos pelirrojos. Somebody chose the wrong color there. That's okay. So pelirrojo is our base word. Masculine. And then we have to add the S to it to make it feminine, or to make it plural, I'm sorry. What if the group of we that we're talking about was all girls? This word would not be nosotros, it would be nosotras. Then that would change the word pelirrojos to pelirrojas. Now, if we're in a mixed group of boys and girls, of masculine and feminine, whether it be people or things, it's going to default back to the masculine. Let's try this one. So we have el estudiante es serio. Let's hide this. Let's see if you guys, I'm not going to tell you. Let's just see if we can figure it out here. El estudiante es, and then let's use the word for serious. Muy bien, ya tenemos 5. Okay, so we're dealing with el estudiante. We can't tell from the word estudiante whether it's masculine or feminine because it doesn't end with an O or an A. But how do we tell? We look at the word the in front. El is masculine, so we know that the word serio is going to be masculine. It's also singular. So serio, 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 serio. Very good. El estudiante es serio. Now, if this says, instead of el estudiante, if it says la estudiante, then that word becomes seria. Okay, here we go. La casa es small. See what you can come up with. Find the base word for small, and make it match up with la casa. I have a feeling we're going to be right on with this. This one's pretty easy. La casa, the house is small. La casa es pequeña. Very good. Nobody even made a comment about the fact that my pequeñas don't have the little squiggly thing over the N. It's because I can't make the symbol. There you go. Just like that one. Pequeña. Muy bien. Okay, let's do one more. I said I was going to stop at 10, but let's go to 11 here. El gato es, here we go. So el gato means the cat. What am I doing for time? We're good. Okay, so el gato, the cat, is big. El gato es grande. Grande with an exclamation point. Good. So because the word grande ends with an E, it doesn't go back to an O. It just stays as an E. El gato es grande. That would be Mr. Squeakers, my cat. He's kind of grande. All right, very good. So let me finish this up. Okay, you can sign yourselves out of there. You can log yourselves out of that. Let's go back and turn my screen share off. And let's come back and talk there. So, thumbs up or thumbs down? How do you guys feel with that? With making those words match up? It should be, like I said, it can get a little tricky down the line, but that's the basics of it. It's always thinking about the noun, the thing. It's either a person or a thing. And is that thing masculine or feminine? And then the word that you use to describe has to agree with that. It's got to be masculine and feminine, and it's also got to be singular or plural. But it all depends on the noun that goes with it. Okay? And a lot of times you're going to find a situation where you can't tell whether the thing is masculine or feminine because it may not end with an O or with an A. But how can you make an educated guess? Look at the word the in front of it, el or la or los or las or something like that. And you can get you can make an educated guess as to what you think it should be and then make it match up. Okay. Okay, so lots of thumbs up there. I'm hoping everybody feels like you're pretty comfortable with that. We're going to take your list. Here's what I want you guys to do for practice with your list. Okay. Let me go back to screen share for just a sec with you guys, just for the last 30 seconds here. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do with your list. I want you to make me a new list. You're going to take we have 46 of those words. Okay? You guys are going to make a new list, take the same words, and you're going to divide them into 4 categories. 4 categories. You're going to do colors. That's one category. Then you're going to do physical. Physical traits. Words that we would use to describe somebody, what somebody looks like, or what something looks like. For example, ugly, feo, or normal. No, sorry, not normal. Pelirrojo. Okay, the way something or someone looks, or feels, or sounds. Okay. Next type is going to be personality traits. Personality traits. So things that are not physical. For example, interesting or smart. That's not something that physically you can see or describe someone, but it's how they act. Personality traits. Okay? And then for the last one, it's going to be miscellaneous. Miscellaneous would be something that doesn't fit into the category of either colors, a physical trait, or a personality trait. So what I want you to do is take your list and you're going to make 4 categories. So under the list of colors, you would have, for example, azul. You would also have verde, etc. Right? For your physical traits, everything on the list that you find that you think is a physical trait, we're going to put it in that category. So for example, you might say alto. And you might say bajo, short. You might say pelirrojo. Continue your list there until you have all that filled out. For personality traits, all of them that fit into a personality, like we added the word perezoso. perezoso, lazy. That would be a personality trait, something that's not physical. And then if we come across any that they don't really fit with a personality trait or a physical trait, we're going to have a few that we would add in there as our physical traits. Okay. I'm going to set this up. I'm going to make it an assignment on your Google Classroom. All I want you to do is use this list of words that we have, make yourself a new list and divide them into 4 categories for me. That's your homework. That's your tarea. Okay. You're not going to list the words more than once. You'll just list them once in one of those 4 categories. Okay. All right, let's stop that share. Questions? Preguntas? Okay, I haven't created that assignment on Google Classroom yet, but I will just as soon as we finish up here. You can then go click that and you can just attach your Google Doc to it. All right? Okay. Last words. Any questions? Any comments? It's Wednesday, hump day. Is it going to rain today? I hope so. My garden needs it. The weeds that the weeds that surround my garden don't need it, but my garden needs it. Okay, muy bien. Bueno, if you guys don't have any questions, we're going to get out of here. Like I said, we're going to set that up for your tarea. I will, just as soon as I get off here, I'll set you up a little assignment on Google Classroom. You can click there and go make your list, okay? 4 categories. Okay. Hasta la vista. Nos vemos.